Hello everyone, welcome to the Scrooge YouTube channel. Here is another video of bias prediction for the next week. Okay, so let's start as always from Euro. Weekly time frame. Let's analyze previous bias prediction. So I had two scenarios. It's short without correction to previously week low, and then of course continuation or the reaction on long. And the second one was correction to weekly imbalance and then continuation of the short. Unfortunately, price didn't achieve previously week low, but as we can see, perfect correction to weekly imbalance, fulfillment of the weekly imp, good reaction. So I think we could say that previous bias prediction was kind of successful. Okay, and about situation at like now, yeah. Okay, so general still, as we can see, price continues short. Last candle, like this week, we can see the price made a fulfillment, perfect reaction, price left really big shadow. So it's like this imbalance was a zone for short continuation for me. So for me now it's clear short, clear target. Like you can see, of course, high time frame targets, but first of all, first target, of course, as previously week low, and the next one is this one high time frame target. So my weekly bias is short. Okay, about daily, we can see manipulation inside weekly imbalance, clear targets as equal lows. So of course, it's clear for me that I want to see continuation of the short because I can see high time frame zone, manipulation inside. So for me, it's enough to look for shorts on this week. So daily bias is short for me too. Yeah, and by the way, about maybe like honestly, I don't see any scenarios like with correction or something like that. I just want to see continuation of the short to these targets because for me, everything what I want to see to happen on high time frame like daily and weekly chart, it happened. So for me now, I just want to see short to my targets. Okay, about GBP, as we can see, this one was successful because price achieved our target as previously week low. But still we can see that price didn't show any long reaction, no reaction after again received there. So now for me there is clear short context. Yeah, there was reverse, so of course the first target is there and the next high time frame target is there, but I think it's too far for 1 week, so probably it's maybe target for the month or more. But for me, like clear target, I think it's previously week low for this week. I mean, for the next week, of course. Okay, about daily chart. Yeah, and weekly chart for me is short, of course. I mean, weekly bias for me is short. About daily chart. So still, as we can see, price continue the short trend. Not technique, but still we can see correction, update of the trend, correction, update of the trend. We can see that price mitigate the blocks. Same there. And again, as we can see, price tested block and again reaction. So clear short daily bias, clear target is previously week low. Also, we can see target there on the daily chart. So yeah, again, my daily bias is short. So short trades for me are more valuable on this week or maybe on the next. Okay. Okay, USD Canadian dollar, weekly chart. So perfect previous bias prediction. We can see that price achieved first target as previously week high and our high time frame target finally. So still there is clear long. I don't see any reaction, any impulsive reaction on short. But I think price could make a correction. So for me, two valid scenarios on USD Canadian dollar, it's long to our high time frame target higher without any correction, and the second one is correction after sweep of high time frame liquidity pool correction to this weekly imbalance, and then continuation of the long to our to the next target. So two possible scenarios on the weekly chart, but still weekly chart for me is long, so weekly bias for me is long to first target as always pre-Slavic high, and the next one, this one, high time frame. Okay, about daily. Also, we can see the price still continues long trend, clear long order flow. We can see that price worked with imbalance, then mitigate the block reaction. So daily bias for me is long too. Possible zones for correction, we can see two liquidity pools. One of them it's beginning of weekly imbalance. So again, two possible scenarios as on weekly chart. It's long without any correction to our target, and of course correction to one of the possible zones, and after that continuation of the long to our target higher, and of course the pre-Slavic high. Okay, USD GPI. The same, we can see that previous bias prediction was successful too. Price achieved our target as pre-Slavic high. Still, I don't see any reaction on short, so still I understand that probably price still wants to continue a long trend. First of all, we can see the price left imbalance, so possible zone for correction and then continuation of the trend. Of course, our target, the first one, is this is pre-Slavic high, sorry. Next one, I think, is this imbalance, not the best target, but still sometimes it's better than nothing. So we can see other target higher. So again, two scenarios, possible scenarios, that correction or continuation of the trend without correction. Yeah, like always, we should look for information on our intraday timeframes about that. Okay, about daily chart the same. We can see the price still continue long trend. We can see also liquidity there, for example, like a possible zone for correction. So for me, like very possible scenario, it's correction, test of the aim, sweep of this liquidity, and then continuation of the long. But still, it's not like, like the plan. So if I will see enough information on my intraday chart on Monday, probably I will look for long to my targets, because clearly we can see that price left equal highs with pre-Slavic high. So for me, clear target, clear context. Okay, gold. The same. Previous bias prediction was kind of successful because price achieved our target as previously week high. Unfortunately, again, we can see the price all of the time on gold updates all-time high, so it's kind of hard to make a bias prediction for that, because always price at any moment could start the correction. But generally, still, I don't see any reaction on weekly charts. Still, price continue clear long trend. We can see the price left first imbalance as the second one there. So for me, I think only one possible scenario, or maybe two, sorry. Yeah. First one, it's continuation of the long from this first imbalance to previously week high, or the next one is continuation of the long from this imbalance to again to previously week high. But generally, weekly bias for me is still long. So for me, long trades are more valid. Also, target is previously week high, unfortunately without high time frame, because our previous week high it's all-time high. Okay, daily chart, the same, clear long trend. We can see liquidity there, like a beginning of the imbalance. So again, very possible scenario. Short to this liquidity, then confirm, and continuation of the long to our previous week high. But also on the daily chart, I can see that price ignored the first imbalance, so definitely it's not a good sign for long. Yeah. Also, price left an imbalance on short side, so I think maybe we could look for a local short from this imbalance. So on daily chart, for me, possible scenario looks like that. Correction to the daily imp, and then short to, for example, weekly imp and this liquidity on daily chart. Or if price will continue short without any correction, I will just wait for a liquidity collection there and then continuation of the short to my target. So daily bias is not clear at all, but generally because of weekly bias, I think daily bias is better to set like long daily bias because of course higher time frame is always more important. Okay, and finally Bitcoin. Okay, so we know that price achieved really a lot of liquidity. Previous bias prediction was perfect, I think. Price achieved all our high, maybe not all because still we have all-time high, but most of our high time frame targets. So for me, it like one of the most successful bias prediction for the Bitcoin. Okay, so first of all, we understand that after high time frame sweep of liquidity, when price achieved a really lot of liquidity, I think price needs time for example, for the rebalance, yeah, like correction, for example, to the imp or to the block there. So for me, weekly bias is still long because we can see clear target and our trend is still long. But I think price really needs time after this liquidity collection, this high time frame liquidity collection. So for me, like again, two possible scenarios. It's one of them, it's again correction and continuation. And of course, price could continue long without any correction. So it's really normal. We just always need to analyze a few time frames to understand the high time frame situation, the intraday, and for example, no TF and others. Okay, so weekly bias for me is long. I can see clear target. I just need to see enough information, yeah. But still, again, clear target, clean context. So for me, it's enough to understand that my weekly bias is long. About daily. Okay, so first of all, price made really good rebalance on daily chart. We can see that price made the fulfillment of the first imbalance, and now we can see the price tested the second one. So on daily chart, I think for me it's enough to see like a correction. So I think the scenario without correction looks for me better because also on daily chart we can see clear order flow, yeah, and this low, like I wouldn't like to see, like not good for long, yeah, to see the price will go to this liquidity. For me, it's enough just to see the correction to one of the daily imbalance and then continuation. So for me, the first scenario, I mean, without the correction is enough. So, okay, we have daily zone as high time frame. So yeah, of course, daily bias for me is long. Again, clear target. Of course, first target is previously high, and the next one all-time high. For me, it's enough, and I think I will look for the first one scenario, like continuation of the trend without the correction. Okay, and Ethereum. Still on weekly chart, unfortunately, without clear information. Still, price is moving, like moves inside this range between two liquidity pools. So it's definitely not good because if you open, for example, daily chart, we can see that if you just compare, for example, Bitcoin and Ethereum, we can see that day on day, Ethereum just follows the Bitcoin, yeah. But generally, our trend, like high time frame, we can see is short. On the weekly chart, unfortunately, without information really, but the rule of the last liquidity collection is on short, and we can see clear targets as this hull compression. I think it's better to look for short. Like it looks better really on Ethereum, but my advice to better look on Bitcoin really, because even with cleanest short context on Ethereum, price could just follow long on Bitcoin. It was like there was really clear context and clear targets on the daily chart after rebalance. Yeah, and by the way, unfortunately, our previous bias prediction on Ethereum wasn't successful because unfortunately, as we can see, price just follows the Bitcoin. And unfortunately, I can't predict this, yeah. But if I can see this, that price just follows the Bitcoin for, I don't know, for 2 weeks, for the month, it's clear for me that it's better just to trade the Bitcoin. But generally, the chart looks better on short because we can see the price made a correction, made a fulfillment of this imbalance, test this zone as order block, and good reaction. And of course, clear targets lower. So definitely on Ethereum, short looks better. So my weekly and daily bias is short. And again, the first target is pretty low. Next one, like all of these targets, it's like I just want to see liquidity collection of all of these targets, really. Okay, so it's all. Thank you for watching. I'm waiting for your suggestions about the pairs. I'm waiting for your question, of course, for your comments, for your questions. Yeah. Um, Thank you for watching again, and see you on the next video.